Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albion Online. I'm AC Gamer, and we are going to be going through and finishing off the missions that we have been doing. The main mission is to get a horse and, just finish off the quest that they keep giving us, which, let's see, copper ore. So we can make them into copper bars, but we haven't been told to do that just yet, so I kind of want to wait. Then we can make them into bronze bars if we have tin ore, which we do not have just yet, so we'll hold off. Tin ore requires copper ore, so we do have what we need. Just going to be a combination of the two, which is kind of cool. Let's see, we need to go and find a blacksmithing table and see maybe we can buy or make some better armor. We do got some resources on us. Alright, beginners, yeah, we got all that. And beginners that. How do we upgrade past beginner? Oh, you know what? There was a skill tree. Premium stacks. How do I look at my skill tree again? Character. Build shortcut. Craft planks out of wood. Novice lumber mill. Economy. Novice smelter. Turn. Yeah. Farming. I think we need a house to put that down in, so Novice Guild Hall, space for 10 residents and 15 furniture items. Now we're going to wait on all those. No friends as of yet. My ranking, probably on the very, very bottom of it, since I just started. Maybe not the very bottom, because I have gotten, a little bit of renown, but definitely not up on the top tier. Okay, so if we click on that. Alright, well, we're going to hold off on trying to figure out where our crafting thing is. Ah, here we go. So this guy will make better stuff. Novice, what do we need? Stiff leather and a copper bar. How about over here? What do we need? Copper bars to make the better armor. What about journeyman? Bronze bars to make that. So we may just get past the novice and go straight to those. Study. Study an item will cause it to break, and you will gain at least 200% of the crafting fame you would get from crafting it. You are able to increase the amount of fame by using crafting focus. Studying items is more dangerous. Areas will also yield more fame. I wonder why it shows certain items with a little number next to them. Like, I guess these other ones aren't going to be used. We're going to hold off on that. Let's see if we can come over here and talk to this lady and see what she says. Ah, Novice Fire Staff. So this is where we'll go and make it. What does the tomb spell do? Equipment. Item power. Doesn't really say. Novice Scholar. Okay, so these use something different. Simple cloth. Don't know how to make simple cloth yet. Let's keep coming over here. Somebody else. Training, maybe? Something along those lines. I never got my horse. What do you got? Ah, here we go. Journeyman horse. So, you need the horse and thick leather. Antelope giant stag. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I haven't seen anybody running around with that thing yet. So let's go out here and see if we can find some birch. Other zone did not have any to speak of. Oh, come on. Get stuck on a door? Yeah, it didn't have anything to speak of as far as wood goes. It did have the ore, and we did run across our first little encampment of creatures or bad guys. It seemed like we killed everybody in them, but it didn't take it over. Now, I have heard eventually once you do that, there will be like a main boss guy or something that you're supposed to be able to take on. What about this? Sandstone. Yeah, we can't do this sandstone either. Okay, well, we definitely need... Oh, limestone. So we can do limestone. Let's go ahead and snag that. At the very least, we got that going for us. And one of these guys, it seems like they already have a horse that they can pack with all the resources they get. So, ooh, please tell me this is birch. Nope, rough logs. Dang it. Let's come over here. Ooh, copper ore. Wow, we should have just come over here to this region. Other side, no. That was definitely the wrong way to go. Let's keep looking. Has to be some birch. What is this? Limestone? Yeah, let's try limestone again. Got some regular rocks over here. Thankfully, we don't have to harvest water just yet. Now, I am kind of looking at the bottom of the map down there in the bottom right-hand corner, and there is, you know, a little dot that I'm heading towards. That was a pretty good sign last time, limestone again, on where we needed to go to find the resources we did, but there's no guarantee that's not just another encampment. Come on. One more. There we go. Alright, how about you? What are you? Still rough logs. Well, we'll pick you up for now. Rough logs. No sandstone. This does look different. Birch. There we go. So somebody harvested it, but now we know what it looks like. We're going to pick up all of this copper ore, as we saw earlier. If we want to upgrade our armor, or if we want to make 10 bars, we're going to need the copper ore, and there's tons of it over here. This is a really good spot to pick up as much as we possibly can. There we go. So this guy was probably sitting here camping the birch tree and went AFK and just never came back or something, or he's just giving some newbies a chance to... This is a good spot, though. Look at that. Like, back and forth, back and forth. We'll get everything we need. Wow, I can't harvest this fast enough. Let's see, how much do we have? We have 3 out of 16. Wonder if there's a limit to how much ore you can pick up. It's already at 3. Some of these have to be a little higher. Yeah, that already went up to 6 before I had a chance to get to it. We'll probably break our hammer here in a minute. And there's another guy over here. Yeah, so this beginner ore, I guess if you started off with like a starter pack or something and you just had, you know, a lot of money at your disposal, you might be willing to spend it just to buy it and not have to go out and do it yourself. I wouldn't recommend it, though. It's so easy to find, and there's just nothing to get in your way. Wonder if that guy's going to go after that tree. Nope, he is not, so I will do it for him. Ah, nice, and it went up to 6 out of 9. There we go. So almost enough. We got 9 birch. There's probably an entire forest just off to my left that I'm not seeing because I'm too concentrating on getting all this copper. The wood, again, I would like to get a little bit more than 9. I know how you guys play your games, but when they ask you for 9, they usually mean like 80. And when they ask you for 80, they usually mean you go do it for like 12 hours, is what that's going to come down to. Wow. Let's open up my inventory here. I'm 99% almost overweight, so I have to drop something. Let's... Do you really want to destroy the rough stone? I do. I do want to destroy that. We'll destroy that. We'll get the birch that we need. And I'm at 100. Okay, so we got to go back. You're slightly overweight, so you're moving slower. That's where... Oh, look at that. That's a different one than the other guy had. The other one was carried by a horse. This one's being carried by a person. I would imagine the horse one would be faster. But don't hold me to that one. I mean, technically, if this is a, you know, fantasy game, the people could be faster, or maybe they're just more accurate, or maybe they're willing to go back on their own to deliver the goods, whereas a horse needs to be led back. That could be kind of a plus side to using those. Even if they're slower, just the fact that they're willing to go back on their own would lead me to kind of take that option. We're slightly overloaded. Let's hope I have enough space once we make what we need to actually carry the item. So it would suck so bad to lose the item because you couldn't actually have it. There is a bank in the middle of town, so we might store some stuff there. Well, before we do that, let's talk to this dude. Gather 16 birch. Oh my god, really? I'm at 12. Okay, so I'm at 80. But we didn't have any space, so while we're here at bank, we're gonna throw some stuff in. Some really good stuff. There we go. Items in your bank are stored locally. This means you cannot access, but that means you could have multiple items in each one of the little bank slots out there. So let's see. Copper ore. Limestone. Weight 62. Weight 21. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. We'll throw some limestone in there. Since we're going back anyways, we might pick some of that stuff up. Rugged hide. Scraps of hide. So let's kind of divvy these things out. And we'll throw all of it in there that we're not going to be using. And rough logs might as well. And we'll throw that in there. Okay, there we go. So let's go back for another harvesting trip. Sorry guys, the harvesting is addictive. Oh, I can't wait to get that little dude right there. That's pretty cool. Come on, book it, dude. He's still kind of going slow, even though he's not encumbered anymore. I guess not so much. I mean, everybody else is kind of going the same speed. So we are going to kind of avoid the middles. I think we got enough of them. Maybe limestone, because we don't really have too much limestone. Don't know what it's used for, but probably a house of some sort. You know, buildings, things of that. Tank looking for group, looking for more. T3, tank for expedition. So, not enough tanks to go around. There's some stands. I still can't do the sandstone. So let's grab this tree, since it's right here, and it's perfect for us. Ah, and it went up to 6. So this is going to give us exactly what we need. But not enough of it. So let's keep going this way. Yeah, I knew it just right off to my right. And that's a big freaking tree, too. But yeah, I got 2 guys on that tree helping each other out. Let's keep looking around. Probably a little bit more down this way as well. I'm thinking those yellows are camps, though. Yeah, see, that's a camp down there. So we'll hold off on that. Got some, what, 10 ore? Ooh, cool, but we probably won't be able to harvest it. Yeah, still can't be able to, man. Okay, so we can skip bronze. Using the bronze or the copper to make 10 and just get 10 itself. Which is nice. What about over here? Copper ore, copper ore. Jeez, I'm not seeing a lot of birch. There we go. Really? Because it's so big? Man. They're not being very friendly to new player. Ooh, what is this? It's like a oasis. Let's grab this thing right here. Nice. Well, only 3. I think if we had stayed over there at that one tree and just got a whole bunch more ore, we'd probably be better off. What is this over here? Copper ore. No, we got plenty of that. I say plenty, knowing I might have to come back and get more. And you know, of course, the further you get away from well-traveled areas, the better off, the more resources are going to be available to you. But it's kind of hard to do that when you get further and further away. The trees obviously get bigger, and your equipment doesn't work anymore. Oh, okay, so here we go. We got some trees down here. Just one, but got some sandstone too, so might be able to get that. It does look smaller. Nope, still can't do that one. These guys are getting it, though. Let's keep going. Alright, well, we're going to go back. I think we have enough materials. Ooh, what is this? Like rock creatures made out of sandstone. That's wicked looking. Oh, 10. Can you still not do that one? No, still can't do that one. That's wicked looking. I wonder if you kill... Oh, no, we're running. Sprint it. Whee, baby. Leave me alone. Yeah, see if this guy comes over. He's like, I'm out of here. Oh, man. Okay, so definitely not the way to go. Can we go up? I'm going to go around. Yeah, because the way I'm going is trying to follow the road as much as possible. Okay, so what I'm hoping, again, is that by doing these quests, we will get the horse, and from getting the horse, we will be able to do a number of other... Oh, so I might have stolen that one from him. I do apologize, dude. Didn't see you getting off your horse. Although it is a dog-eat-dog, so, you know, there's really no need to apologize, but still. What are you doing over here, dude? This doesn't look good. It's like some kind of weird summoning. Can I get up here? Yes, I can. Come on, let me zone already. Let's do... so I got a healing. I didn't even notice that. I got mend wound. No idea how long I've had that. Should have been paying attention. We're going to use speed, though. Come on. Dang, man. You don't get that speed for very long. That's just a short little dash almost, and that's it. Okay, so we got to return. Again, I don't think we have to have the items on us because we're actually going to go make the item. There we go. So we complete metal and timber. Demiro, there is one more step before we can craft your fire staff. You will have to refine your copper ore at the smelter and birch logs at the lumber mill. You can find both buildings here in the Tanner's Bank. You must craft 8 of the copper bars. You must craft 16 of the birch planks. I do not know if you can fail, but if we fail, we might not have enough wood to do that. Let's come over here and get some more out of our bank. I'm glad you don't actually have to be able to see it, because I can't see anything in there. Birch logs, there we go. Let's go ahead and take some rough logs with us to see if we can refine those. And we will do the limestone as well. And how much space? Now, I don't think I'll be able to hold that. It's probably too much. Okay, so we'll hold off on that. Okay, so we need to come over here. This is the smelter. And we need to make some copper bars. So let's go ahead and do just that. Oh, we don't want to make 93. Let's make 20. We done already? Wow, so you don't have to wait for each one of them to be crafted. I guess that's a good thing. Okay, so we only had to make 8, but we made 20. So we can have some extras. And the birch. So we need to find the lumber mill. Maybe this over here? Beginner, novice. So what do we need for novice? We need the birch plank. So we do need birch. Novice bag. What does the novice bag do? Stiff leather and simple cloth. Novice chest. I'm guessing you put that stuff in your house. Okay, so tool maker. That's gonna be cool. At least we know where to come for that guy later. How about you? Okay, so I can make cloth over here, maybe. Simple cloth. What do I use? Cotton. Flax. I don't have any cotton. The tanner. Stiff leather. I could do some of that. I don't want to yet. Again, you know, if you do it too early, you may have to go out and get more. So let's hold off. Here we go. Birch planks and chestnut. So we need a little bit of chestnut logs and birch for those. For these, we're going to do... I think we need it like 18 or 19 or something like that. We're going to do 20. Let's take those back. And there may not be any downside to just doing all the materials, other than maybe they weigh more. I didn't look at that. I didn't see if our weight changed as we made those materials or if they stayed the same. I imagine the bars would weigh less. More in the sense that you're refining them and making them kind of more pure, but less in the sense that if you have a lot of ore, that's a lot of impurities that you're taking out of it. Alright, Staff and Fire. You are ready to craft your fire staff, Demiro. Go to the Mage Tower here in the Steps Outpost and craft your weapon. You must craft one of the Novice Fire Staffs and return. Well, I think it's this lady right over... That's not her. That is an archery chick. What about you? There we go. Wow, it's going to use almost all my birch. We should have went more heavy on the birch than anything else. But there's not a lot out there. Like I would have if I could have. Novice tomb. Well, that's kind of cool. Can we put that on? Your item you have just equipped it has a choice of abilities. Okay, so I understand that. Let's see what abilities I have. Ignite. Instantly ignite an enemy for 148 magic damage, causing them to take 41 damage per second for 4 seconds. A strong spell which deals 437 magical damage and then burns over 4 seconds for 16 damage per second. That's really nice. I like that one. That one seems to be locked. Burn. Every normal attack sets the enemy on fire, dealing additional 13 per second for 2.5. Energetic. Every normal attack you restores 200. Well, that's kind of cool. That definitely gives you back some mana. But these are the two I actually get to pick for now. Firebolt, a firebolt dealing 165 magical damage to an enemy and igniting them to take 24 damage per second for 3 seconds. Cost 8 energy, 1.5 casting time, so that's not instant. Range is 11 meters, and cooldown is 0 seconds. I can just cast that one again and again and again, although it's a 1.5 second casting time at least. And then I have Firebomb, a firebomb dealing 106 magical damage to all enemies in a 4-meter radius around the target. I like that one. Energy cost is 6, casting time is 1 second, range is 11 meters, and cooldown 0 seconds. I like this one because I'm going to be soloing for a while. This one probably more for groups because then I wouldn't have to get up in the front. So we'll go with that one and we'll switch back and forth as needed. But I do get to keep my shield on, so, you know, I'm not too naked in that regard. Let's see what else we got. Let's complete it. Second Skin. You will need something to keep you from harm. Demira armor will not only protect you in battle, but also support your fighting style. You know everything you need to about gathering and crafting. Time to craft your armor and offhand items that suit your needs. So we need to craft any of the novice helmets, any of the novice chest piece, boots, offhand, and return back to them. Okay, so craft any novice offhand. I wonder what that means. And what do we get out of this? We get a cloak of some kind. So maybe not the cloak is what we don't want to make. Let's come down to her. I think all she made was weapons, but I'm going to double check real quick. No, she did make some outfits. Okay, so we need simple cloth, and simple cloth. And cloth maker was down here on the bottom. So let's put what we don't need in the bank. Since we don't need armor. We're gonna put on these. Okay, yeah, I got it. Don't show me that again. Let's put this in the bank. Let's go ahead and put the other items in the bank too. We're gonna keep the birch planks and the wood. We're gonna throw that in the bank, and we're gonna take all of this and the cotton, which I don't think we have near enough to do just yet. I'm gonna throw my weapon in the bank since we're not gonna be using that anymore. No reason to hold on to it. And let's come down here. We may end up having to make armor, just so we can get past this quest, but if I can avoid it, I will. Simple cloth, there we go. 3. Yeah, that's not good. Gonna have to go back and get more cotton. I think that was on the right-hand side, actually. Stiff leather. Okay, how much stiff leather can I make? What do we need for this one? We need thin hide and stiff leather. So let's go ahead and craft all of that, but like 3, just so we have that extra in case we run into a recipe that requires it for some strange reason. And thin hide. How do we... Oh, you know what? That's probably one of the creatures. Do we have any thin hide? Rugged hide. Oh, so rugged hide makes thin hide. So maybe I shouldn't have made all that. So let's go ahead and craft that. Dang it. Well, now we know. Yeah, well. Okay. I knew we should have kept some. It looks like there's some creatures over here, and there's people over here fighting for them. That way they don't have to go out and actually get them. It's a good little spot for you. We may try doing that here in a minute, too. Let's see, what do you got? Birch planks, and we need chestnut logs. Chestnut logs, we use birch logs. Let's do 2, just so we have it. Still not enough to make one of those. Alright. Let's come over here. What do you got? If I can get past. Limestone. I think we put those back in the bank. Yeah, I think we put those back in the bank because we weren't going to be using them. Let's come over here. What do you got? Okay, so beginner's pickaxe. So we need copper bars and birch planks. How many birch planks do we have? We have 4. That's not enough for anything. Oh, wow. We're going to have to go off and get more birch. So let's do that. So let's throw everything in the bank. There we go. We'll throw these in the bank. And this. Yeah, and the reason I want to go get birch first is that the items that you require to harvest the next tier stuff, you can't make unless you have those. And if I'm going to go back and get those plants, these the cotton, that stuff had a few of the nodes that we ran across that I couldn't harvest without them. So, yeah, again, it's one of those kind of catch-22s. You know, which one do you do first? And I think this is going to be the best route. Again, it may not be. It's kind of hard to tell with a game that you've never played before and you're not quite sure how the mechanics of the game are supposed to be working. Slow it down a little bit, mainly because I like to explore. I know there's people out there that just go into town, and some of them actually got in early, so they know where to go, whereas I kind of ran in the wrong direction, and I don't know the greatest spots on the map to harvest certain resources. They do. So we're going to grab some of this. In fact, I think we'll stay around this area because this has the best tree that we've seen that is within our ability to harvest. And we'll just kind of snag resources as they pop up, unless there's just too many people here, and it does kind of seem like that might be the case. So let's move off in this direction, I guess, and see if we can find another tree. There's some birch log right here, so maybe this one will grow back. Some birch log right there. Those are two good resources, two good spots. Seems like there's some people vying for them, though. That's more rough logs there. I think I do need some pelts, so let's go ahead and grab one of those. Just get some of that and going, because I used all of mine. Let's come back over here. Yep, there they are up. And the other one should be up too. Yep. So 3 apiece. I'll be able to get some pelts. And again, the iron. I think I'm good. Or copper, I should say. I think I'm good. Beautiful sound effects. Soundtrack is nice too. He kills them so quick. They are like the lowest creature in the game, but I wonder if we both get that stuff or not. Okay, so I'm not looking at the chat. I do apologize if there's anything down there that is offensive. Again, MMO RPGs or MMOs in general are very, very hard to filter. Almost impossible. They are what they are. There's going to be a community on there. Whether the community is good or bad is very, very hard to tell. So I could let this replenish, but there's so many people over here. I'm kind of staking my claim and making sure that, you know, what spawns over here is gathered by me immediately. There we go. Yes, and let's come over here and get this. Now, I am looking forward into doing the housing. That is something that we have not tried just yet. I think we should do them in order, though. I think, you know, when you come to a game like this, if you rush through quest and you don't pay attention to what you're doing, you're going to pay for it in the end. So you may get ahead quicker if you kind of jump to the last zone. But at the end of the day, if you don't understand the basics, the mechanics of the game, it's not going to help you out. It's not going to do anything for you. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and take that one, since I can anyways, and I'll go ahead and grab the tree. How much do I have as far as birch goes? Destiny fulfilled, trainer, gatherer. So I've gathered enough to make it where, you know, I've gotten a little achievement there. We'll go ahead and grab this one as soon as it pops back. I got 30 birch logs. That's not too horrible. Probably not enough just yet. Gonna need, I would say, in my opinion anyways, probably about 60. We'll go with about 45 before we go back. And we'll do the most important one, the ones that we're going to be using right away. And then we'll come back and get the other ones. I think by far the most important ones, in my opinion, are going to be the stone. So a hammer to gather the stone that seems to be, you know, right here at our fingertips, just not something we can grab. That tin right there would be nice to be able to kind of get a good amount, especially since we're in the area. And I think it's the sickle, right? The one for crafting, or maybe it's the, the knife for the animals, because we weren't able to get some of those out of the animals either. So a pickaxe and the sickle, I think, would be the good ones. Yeah, we'll go with those 3. I just said the hammer earlier, but I think it's the pickaxe that actually works with crafting. And let's go ahead and kill this animal. This poor defenseless little animal. Didn't do anything to anybody. A little gopher, a little groundhog, whatever that is, a little rat, I don't know. Scraps of hide is all you're getting off of it. Not much Not much in the way of anything there. Now, games like this are very, very rare in the sense that they aren't fast. A lot of games nowadays, it just boils down to 5 minutes into the game, you're already level 50, you got your house, you got everything like that. This one's making you work for it. And you're spending enough time in these regions that you're probably learning them. You're learning the good spots to be. We've already done that just with these resources here. There was another good spot down the road that we were kind of camping before we got to this one that is very, very much camp because it's a little too close to the beaten path. This one's not too far off either. Like, you can see us down here on the bottom right-hand corner of the map. We're like a half an inch, maybe an inch off of the main road. So, yeah, that's why you'll see people run by on a regular basis. Let's see, what do we add on our wood? We're at 54. I think that should be good. I was going to wait till 65, but we'll get one more here, and then we'll head back. I want to see if I can make some of those resources and go back and get the ones that we actually want, not the ones that we're... Yeah, we'll hold off on that. So let's come down. We might be able to pick up one more tree on the way. That's such a fantastic spot for ore, especially if people were actually buying it. That would be amazing. Ah, 9. Okay, well, we're going to get 9. Fantastic. That's going to give us, yeah, about the 65 that we originally wanted. We're going to be at 66 right there. Let's see, what else do we need? Gather birch logs or better, 36 out of 2,250. So we got a long way to go on that quest. Journeyman Adventurer, do any activity, so we're still doing that one. Kill creatures, 281 out of 1,000, so we haven't really killed too many creatures yet, but that's going to be something we get into as our weapons get better. Gather copper or better. Well, I mean, we're gathering the copper ore, but I think better is probably going to be where we start to shine. And I think there's a number of other quests underneath that we can't even see. So let's come down. Let's speed up. Let's go straight to our bank. We'll get what birch that we have. Chestnut logs, rough logs, birch logs. Okay, so let's put those in there. And we'll go with chestnut just in case. Thin hide. Leave those alone. That was not the one. How about this one? Was it this one? And this is the one that it will let us make it. We still need the birch planks and the copper bars. Okay, so let's do the birch planks. This one maybe? Nope, not that one. This one, there we go. Eventually I'm going to memorize this town. It's going to take me a while, guys. Okay, birch planks. We're going to do... Let's do 50 of them. And save the other ones maybe for the chestnut if we have to. There we go. We got 17 left. I do seem like I'm a little more... slower? Maybe? What could be my imagination? Maybe it's just so many people in here. Okay, so now we need the... okay, come on. Let's go back. Bars. So we got 12. I'm going to go ahead and grab the other 73 because I don't think 12 is enough, so we'll have to make a few more. We'll see exactly how much more, though. Alright, novice pickaxe. So I'm going to go with a novice pickaxe to start with. We'll also go with a novice sickle. Do we not have enough? Novice axe, skinny knife. Let's go with the skinny knife first. We'll go with an axe as well. And we're going to need more of those. Journeyman requires chestnut planks. Okay. So let's make a few more of these over here. Copper bars. Let's do half the stack of this. And I'm not going to waste those making the other ones. That would just be unfortunate. Kind of slower in a lot of regards. Limestone. Alright, limestone. Well, we do have a little bit of limestone over here, so let's pick it up. Let's drop those off. We'll drop these off as well. And I think what we could do is we can actually drop off our beginner ones now. We might be able to take those apart. I believe you can get some fame back for them. But until I have a little bit of time to kind of look into that and see if that's even worthwhile, I think we're going to leave those there. Okay, how about the novice hammer? I require... limestone blocks. Okay, so I have to make that into blocks first. 30, I'm hoping, is enough. Limestone blocks. Can we do 30? We have just enough. Or was it 12? That I didn't even look at it. 12, yeah. Okay, well, we had more than enough. There we go. Limestone hammer. I did not make, but I guess I don't really need to, right? The demolition hammer should be more than enough. We'll find out the hard way. So let's drop all our goods off. Anything we don't necessarily have to have on us. I'll organize this in between videos at some point, just so this is a little bit better off for us and we kind of see at a glance what we have and what we don't. Let's put all our equipment up here on the top, kind of in front of anything else. And we're going to go off and get some more cotton, as well as some leather. But we're going to do that on the next episode, guys. Definitely want to thank all of you guys for watching. As always, I'm AC Gamer, and this has been a Let's Play of Albion Online. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.